Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Where'd it go? This is Blaster Master, and we're going to be jumping into Area 2. I believe is the Urban Zone. This is... Right off the bat, we find one of the most annoying sets of enemies, which are these worms. To refamiliarize myself a little bit here with the with the way the controls have shifted for this. The aesthetic for this level is very different from the original game. As I said, the worms and actually these mines are both interesting in that you can't shoot them with the tank at a base level. You have to either use sub-weapons, hop out of the tank to shoot them, or you have to... Okay, that's gonna be for later. Yeah, sub-weapons, or get a different angle on them, like that. Either shooting them from below, or there's a flashy light. I'm not sure what that... Okay, I'm not sure what the flashy light is. I guess we'll find out. It looks like you're supposed to be able to, like, receive a message, maybe, or something. But I'm not seeing any way to do that. I just tried pushing all the buttons. Let's check our map real quick here. So there's 3 doors. The bottom one we can't get to yet. Top one looks like it has a path back with those little blocks that we're going to be able to shoot later, which makes me think that we want to go to the right over here first. Yep, good call. We have full gun power, right? Yeah. Oh, nice. Map of the residential area. So we now have the ability to just see what the base structure of this level is. I still feel like I'm doing something wrong by not acknowledging that blinky light. I'm pretty sure we're capped out at this point, so I think we're gonna just ignore that and move on. So while that might be the equivalent of, you know, oh hey, they're acknowledging it. Okay, so the signal is literally just, hey, there's an item here. So now we can see the full map. We can see where the different items are, where the save points are. Swap over to lightning, so that if we need to, we can zap some worms. I believe technically the triple missile should work there too, but you have to get a good angle on it. And we don't have any of the other sub-weapons that would help yet. What's this? Okay, that is damaging us. I didn't notice it doing damage the first time. I'm gonna pop back over here and see if we can re-trigger the save point. That's unfortunate. Oh well. We'll be fine. So the original version of this was actually kind of a castle theme. Like, the way I always saw it at least. It had like some, like, kind of like medieval looking spikes and such. So I think we want to go up here to the door. Keeps trying to shoot at an angle instead of straight on. Okay. So at this point we're getting into a lot more of that exploration mode. We get a lot, there's going to be a lot of, I believe, optional items floating around in this. And that give you just options, basically. Like, I think technically the lightning sub-weapon was optional as well by that same standard. But, you know, it's a thing that wasn't in the original, once again. That is really cool. There's also a lot more mini-bosses that weren't in the original. Or, like, enemy gauntlets like this that are presented as mini-bosses. Okay. We're doing okay, we're doing okay. This feels like it's going on forever, but we're doing okay. And we get homing missiles, awesome. Homing missiles are one of the other So homing missiles are going to give us another option for dealing with the worms and other enemies like that. The trick, I'm not sure if it works exactly the same. But in the previous game, you had to kind of aim. In the original game, it didn't work if you were level with the enemies. But I'm not sure if that's the case in this one or not. We'll find out. Perfect. Nope, we can still shoot them. So it gives us a way to address them. I'm going to be annoying here and actually go see if I can fill in the map because that bothers me. The completionist in me is annoyed that the normal platforming does not take me to that upper left corner. But I'd rather do it now than have to come back to it later. Because I don't think there's anything else here. We may not be able to actually get to it right now. Yeah. Oh, is there something up there? Yeah. Okay, so I guess we have to come back here later with one of the other powers. One of the mobility powers. That's okay. Must be getting close to another thing. Okay. Okay. So this has tides of this acid or lava, whatever it's supposed to be. So it's gonna fill in and then fade back out. So this becomes a matter of timing, mostly. Also, really cool the way they connected that. So this is the same room as previously. It's just a different angle because you can't cross it. Actually, you probably can if you just damage boost, but... Okay. Mini-boss? Mini-boss. Larva. Crap. I feel like this is working okay. It's a little slow. There we go, that's better. Down to 1. I'm guessing this is... Okay, I don't think this is gonna... So this doesn't break anything, it just shoots through. I didn't actually check the map for where I'm supposed to be going next. This looks like it should be fine. Actually, I think this might be the way... This might be the end of the level. That's okay. So this is the first thing, I believe, that was not in the original game at all. Out of the tank upgrades. The laser, that is. It's a neat power. It gives you a little bit more flexibility. It makes it so you're not just button mashing for damage the whole time. And this is probably gonna be... Hopefully I'll be able to get my full upgrade back soon. Also, I need more grenades. That may have been risky. Less than good. That was just an alternate route. Great. couple grenades at least. I think we can just go up here twice if we wanted to, but I kind of want to finish exploring. For no other reason than because my gun power is still at nothing. Thank God. Realistically, it's because I'm a completion whore, but... So that never goes down. Okay, we're capped out, so we don't need to keep looking for things. I just want to at least pop into each room to get the coverage on the map. I wasn't even thinking about the lightning shot for this. It's really good against those bug enemies. If by really good, I apparently mean stupidly good. Okay. Next boss. This is the actual boss. This is a very different fight than the original game. The Toxic Vermin. Cremulous. This is the first boss that normally you use the glitch in the NES version. Yeah, this fight is very different than the NES version, for many reasons. make good use of the reflect chat when you can. It doesn't come up terribly often, but if you can use it well, it's really powerful. Especially since it's both a defensive and offensive option. Okay. And we're gonna pop back in here real quick. Because I missed 2 rooms, so I'm not gonna care nearly as much, because I don't want to redo the whole level for that. I thought I just had to pop back in this one room. She and Sophia are connected. Who are you? How did I... Don't worry, everything's okay. When you're feeling up to it, I want to hear your story. Eve. Okay. So... This is one of the major crossovers. Okay, we'll get through this. I might be able to save you. She's absolutely right. I'm bound to these things. So, she seems to have lost her memory and have a connection to the this is I believe Eve is a reference originally to choose the receiver icon from the subscreen. Awesome. So I believe Eve's origination is actually the Worlds of Power Blaster Master book, which is one of the many weird sources that this game's story has gone, phases that this game's story has gone. So, the original NES game is super, like, I don't remember what the Japanese version is, but the American version of the original game has basically a kid in from a normal American, home, follows his pet frog into a weird hole in the ground, and finds a tank there, and then is venturing into the center of the earth to try and save his frog, and then to try and save the world once he realizes that there's some weird alien there. And that story was compounded on, so it didn't have the weird sci-fi aspect of it with the future, like, environmental stuff that this game has. Which I feel like this is the best version of the story by far. Like, it's still kind of weird sometimes, but it's much better than the old ones were. The other aspect with this, or the other version of that the other mutation on that version of the story was from a Worlds of Power book, which are a series of books that were published from Nintendo of America to try and flesh out the stories of certain games, or to add weird, like, basically retellings of those stories. Like, I know the Simon's Quest one was a kid got sucked into the TV and had to help Simon Belmont through that game. Stuff like that. The Blaster Master one was kind of unique in that it was one of the only ones that didn't have that, like, sucked into the TV kind of story. And it was probably one of the better ones. It's still not great, but it took the Blaster Master story, which was not great, and made it actually functional, I guess, is a good way to put it. That is really nice. I forgot that was a thing. But yeah, so the Worlds of Power book is the same as the NES, where he just jumps into this hole after his frog, and finds the aliens, but instead of just finding the tank, he finds a woman named Eve who is running this tank and who tells him about the alien threat and helps him through it. And eventually something happens and he ends up taking over for her, basically, and finishing her mission kind of situation. It's still not a great story, but it's much better than the original NES. And in this particular case, they took that and they expanded on it and made it its own kind of, like, made this story finish out. So we still find Eve. She has a connection to Sophia, and it adds this dynamic there. Where we're gonna have another character for him to talk to. We still have the original, post-apocalyptic ruins, exploring ruins of the old civilization and all this stuff. I like this version especially because Jason is not just a kid. He's a scientist, a young scientist. He's a scientist who is, it wasn't his pet frog that he's going after. It was part of an experiment he was doing, which is, adds another layer to it. And the fact that he has a purpose from the beginning, that he's looking for the module to be able to, maybe look for life. That's a whole different thing. So yeah. And with that, we're going to go into the level 3, the industrial zone. Looks like red signals come from this vicinity. Okay, and with that, we're going to wrap up for this one. Hopefully you're still enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one.